Welcome back to No Nonsense. With me as always, Will Byrne. How are you?
I'm all good. Quick breaking news from the past immediately. What's scoring the Man United game? I haven't seen them play in years.
It's Monday night, 8 p.m. podcasting time. Also, Man United time.
1-0.
1-2.
Man United. That's rare. Rare we do a breaking news from the past. Man United and they're up.
Yeah. Well, who's the score?
Who else? Casemiro, of course.
Yeah. I mean, Indian summer for Casemiro, or he's just trying hard to get in the World Cup squad. Could be either or, you know. Anyways, that's you start off my night talk about a result that may or may not have any impact on the game or on the result. Speaking of, Will, just more my night talk. I'm sure you saw Calvert-Lewin pulling Cucurell's hair, and all Man United fans going, "What is this bullshit? This is bullshit." You know, for anyone who wasn't keeping track, Man United got done badly for Martinez pulling Calvert-Lewin's hair, and then he had the audacity of the same thing. It's almost as if, Will, these refs aren't very good, and the whole VAR system isn't working. It's mental, really.
I'm not buying that. I think they just don't like Man United.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, there's two things here, right? One, they're just like ignoring all the other things that happen in VAR that show that it's inconsistent and it's wrong, and they're scared stiff and they can't make decisions. Or you only watch Man United games and that's like your first
experience. Like, you've never seen that before.
This is crazy. This is inconsistent. It's like he's like, and that's why when they hear Arsenal fans be like, "Shut up! What are you even complaining about?" And they're genuinely like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you're complaining all the time. I don't watch your games." It's just very funny.
Yeah, because even that the Martinez hair pull things like that do not affect me whatsoever anymore. Like it gives me, because it happens every week to every team. So it's just like, it's just part of the game. There's no point getting worked up over it.
But if you didn't know it happened every team, you would feel like this is crazy. And maybe that's what the whole thing is, that there's people out there only watching their own team. They don't see any of the other examples of it. So they can't actually accept like this is wrong. It's like, no, it's only happened to us. It's like, that's certainly my experience of this. Only watching the one team. It's only happening to us. It's out to get us. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I'm sure that hair pull probably cost Man United the league. Because remember, Will, at the time, first or like 12th, they could have finished. So we'll never know what could have happened. You know, there is a universe where that hair pull, you know, was wrongfully not called. And, you know, might not go on to win the league. But we'll never live in that world because they're not going to win the league now, I think. I think it's Liverpool are still supposedly mathematically in it still. Liverpool, they beat someone who's on the beach, wasn't it? It was a pretty standard win, the kind of win they haven't had in months.
I'll tell you who they were playing. You're right. They're playing Crystal Palace.
Oh, yeah. Beach soccer capital of the UK. Beach football. 12th again. Who gives a fuck? That's them. That's those guys. It's you know, when the fixtures come out, I kind of go, everyone plays every twice. What's the big deal? But you play Crystal Palace in August, October, September. You're getting killed. Like, they're all over you. Their newest wonder kid is going to run circles around your right back. You play them in May, in April. And I know you play them every twice. I'm just saying, the time you play them, it can vary a lot. But yeah, they won it. They're still in the hunt for the race, for the title. Arsenal also, they won. Another gripping affair.
I will give them one thing. The style of play they play, and obviously in the title race and all that, it doesn't make for an exciting watch, but we've said, like, it's a tough watch, it's a nervy watch. As the weeks go on, it is nearly unbearably tense to watch. It's pretty good TV.
Well, I'm starting to enjoy it now, I think.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I mean, I think because there's like a small amount of games left, I can get my head around, like, okay, there's 6 games. They're all going to be like this. There's not going to be any cakewalks. There's not going to be any easy 3-4 over halftime, run on some subs. It's going to be an absolute tense slog. And yeah, I guess because it's like a mini break here now as well with City not playing. Arsenal get 2 games to just play, no pressure. Just, well, less pressure maybe, I don't know. And yeah, look, it's going to be exciting if nothing else. I mean, last year when Liverpool had kind of wrapped up by the stage.
Yeah, it was over, yeah.
It was boring, We were talking about top 4 for some reason. Who cared?
The top 4/5 race is probably closer than ever this season. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it, I have to say. And the goal was great. And he's finally trying new things. He's trying a short corner, would you believe?
I thought that was mad.
Yeah. So did Newcastle. They couldn't figure it out. And then they tried it a couple of times before they finally got the ball to go in the net. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to coach your team, Eddie. I'm just saying I would have seen that one coming. I would have said, they're going to go short again. That's like their 4th time they're going short. But of course you can outthink these things. You think maybe he's trying to double bluff me here. We all ran out the corner, long corner in, So we'll keep our big lads where you're going to put the ball. We know what you're doing. But yeah, great goal by Eze. Although he's injured now, so that could be killer.
Yeah, he's injured. There was another injury as well, wasn't there? Was it Martinelli? Someone else?
No, more important than Martinelli. Havertz.
Havertz, yes, of course.
Yeah, which he started. So the Gyökeres project has failed. That's confirmed now.
Just in time to start relying on him as well for the last 5 games if Havertz is injured. Yeah. Just in time to let him know, by the way, we don't rate you at all. Oh, sorry, you need to start the next 5 games, actually. Come on, mate.
This is I think the conundrum that coaches have when a player gets bought in for like 50 million. It's like the second you bench him for the guy you already had, how does he come back from that? How do you say, look, I know I kind of benched you, but the truth is I need you again. So forget all that. I know your confidence is probably like on the floor now, but just pretend that didn't happen and just play good football. How do you get some out of that funk?
Look, me and you both, Victor, clean slate. We've both done things.
Yeah. I only benched you because I felt that you would actually, I knew we'd need you. I just wanted you to rest up. And sure, I'm not saying I predicted the injury. I'm just saying that's how this thing goes. And I just knew that I need to rest you for the 2 biggest games of the season, and that you'd be back for the second half of that game. I mean, he had that chance there. He came on. That was like the insurance goal. 2-0 up. Gyökeres gets the ball out wide. Did you see the reverse angle where you can see the bench? They're all just like crestfallen. I was like, how do you think he feels? You know what I mean? That's just like a visualization of what's going on. It says like, that was the chance, Victor. You could have wiped it all away with that. Beat one man and there's 2 guys in the middle. No, hit the first guy. And look, that's not his game. Which, I'm sure all the Arsenal staff, like me, watched the highlight reel from his sporting days. Never saw him do that. It was, he's kind of, I think I said this before. He reminds me of like Everton Lukaku.
Yeah.
Strong, powerful runner, and he can finish on the run. I think, he's a big lad. He can probably hold one up. It's like, not really. Like he can to an extent, but that's not like his game. Like Zlatan was very good at holding one up and laying it off. Or Giroud was great with little flicks and touches. I don't think that's Gyökeres' game.
No.
He's kind of run at you on the break. And maybe we'll see Gyökeres move to Inter Milan and win the league with them or whatever. But I think in this system, Havertz is much more important to what they do. So, yeah, this was one of the tougher games for Arsenal in their little run-in, the Newcastle game. Newcastle were trying to spoil the party. They were putting Pope up at the end to try and get a goal. You're fucking 14th. Fuck off.
What do these points mean to you? Fuck off. Because even in the 93rd minute, I think, Pope was going to go up, but he didn't. He was looking at the manager, and Eddie Armour said, no, it's too early. But when I was watching it, I was like, too early for what? Like, who cares?
Although, are they in a relegation scrap? Are they in danger of being sucked into one?
I don't know. I think, Nottingham Forest might blow by them any day, but I don't know about Spurs and West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, they're not too far off points-wise, but I mean, it's just the amount of places. I mean, they're on 42 points, so that's usually enough to stay in it. Like Tottenham are 34. So that's 2 more wins for Tottenham, and every else. I don't know. I'm sure Newcastle have to play some of those teams as well. So, yeah, I just kind of felt this is just out of spite. Do you know what I mean? You're not competing for anything. You're not in danger or anything. I just think you're being horrible now for no reason, only to spoil the party. But look, if they were to roll over, people would be saying, sure, they gave it to you, you know, they rolled over.
Yeah, you got to remember as well, this all started with Newcastle. Arsenal started playing this way because Newcastle did it against them one time too many, and Arteta said, fine, I'm not playing by any rules anymore either. And that changed everything.
Well, they were better than this Newcastle side, yet they managed to beat us. And then they thought, well, Man City are much better than us, but we can't beat them. And it just went, I got it. I know what to do. So yeah, they got a kind of free hit this week. Man City playing the FA Cup. So Arsenal are on 73 points, 3 points clear. And they will play again before Man City play their next league game. So they could be 6 points clear before Man City kick a ball. And we know how badly Man City do under pressure.
And how good Arsenal are under pressure also.
When Arsenal need to win, they almost always do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, like, of the last times, when was the last time City didn't win the league?
Well, last year.
And where did they come, City?
To 4th, 7th, 1,000. Yeah, no one knows.
They were 1,000 and then they finished third in the end. They kind of cruised by people into third. And before that, when was the last time they didn't win the league?
Oh, God knows. Liverpool again. Whenever that was, yeah.
When they had it won, like if it hadn't ended because of COVID, they would have had it won by this time. Like, would have been like last year, you know. Every other time City have been close.
Yes, yeah.
They win it. Like, you know, the 97 points Liverpool won, like City were still better than them. The Centurions, all that stuff. You know, like if they're close, they haven't lost by like a couple of points in the final day. Do you know what I mean? It's like the 97 points by the closest I think maybe they were, and that was like, oh, that's one of the most incredible second place finishes ever. So yeah, I don't think, I think it could have gone two ways. Like Arsenal could have had it wrapped up by now, or it's going to go down to the last day. And I feel if it goes down to like the last day, City don't usually lose it this way. You know what I mean?
No.
Like even going back to 2012, like it was like, yeah, if it's close, you know, we'd say the club have this, like, they create this history for themselves. Yeah. They create this DNA over big moments, and that just becomes their DNA. Like Man United and last minute goals. When Man United started playing well again, they start scoring last minute goals. It's like,
yes, every time.
You know, that's usually the start of like the false dawn or whatever. It's like, okay, we're scoring last minute goals again. We must be back because this is what we do. So title races that go down at the wire, City have a pretty good record under Guardiola, when Guardiola's been the manager. So yeah, it's not looking too promising for Arsenal. But look, all you can do is win the next few games.
Yeah, and I'm sure you saw Arteta at the end of the Newcastle game. You know, he tries to, in the interviews, he's not saying he's like calm and collected. He's saying he's on fire, of course. But I don't know if you saw him as soon as the whistle blew, and he did the kind of similar to like the Klopp fist pump, but he did it just for himself. He's like, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm the best. Yeah. He's a psycho. He's not cool, calm, collected. He's never claimed to be, as we've said, but
to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's building. It's the pressure's building, and he needs to win this one. I do. I think it's maybe a bit much, but I think if he doesn't win this one, the psychological effect will have on him. Like he'd be traumatized. Next time he's in a title race again, he's like, "Oh God, I feel like this pain in my stomach for some reason." It's like, yeah, because of the last humiliation. That's what you're remembering, you know. Once he wins this, he'll be like, okay, I can do this, and the next time won't be as bad, and the next time it's like he'll become Pep and Alex Ferguson, who's just like, yeah, I know what this feeling is like, you know. But it's getting such a fever pitch now. If he does win, it's like, oh, how's that going to affect him? How's he going to overcome it the next time? Because it gets bigger and bigger, you know.
Well, even like in that game, we had said it coming in that like it's going to be a tense affair, it's going to be tight, but like Newcastle are crap. Like every other team is just steamrolling over Newcastle, and that one was like a tense 1-0 affair, went right down to the wire. Wissa missed basically a 1-on-1 chance at the keeper.
That was huge. Yeah.
But again, it's just that they're not playing the team in front of them. They're playing the league title every week.
Yeah, I mean, the last few games they've played, I mean, they drew 1-1 with Barcelona, and they beat Chelsea. I thought, okay, right, we're good. And then took a sharp dive then. They lost 7-2 to Barcelona, which, you know, you think, it's Barcelona, but still, 7-2, you got to come off the pitch thinking, what the fuck was that, you know? Then they lose 2-1 to Sunderland. I thought, anyhow, was pretty much sacked. You know, any of the club who were actually paying attention to what was going on would have sacked them. Then they lost 2-1 to Palace. Then they lost 2-1 to Bournemouth, and they've lost 1 at Arsenal. Like, they're on an absolute horror run. And yeah, okay, they probably won't get relegated, but like, it's not an ideal way to end the season. I'm looking at their next few games. They have Brighton, who are going for something, Nottingham Forest, who are trying to stay up, West Ham, who are trying to stay up, and then Fulham on the last day.
That's tough.
So,
not much beach football there.
Not much beach football. That's all, you know, wet, cold, windy night in fucking Nottingham, London, and Brighton. It's not, and look, it's lovely and sunny out there, Will, but these are going to be hard games for them. So yeah, but that's what I mean. There's not whoever Arsenal play, they could play fucking New Oak. It's going to be a tense 1-0 affair, and the New Oak boys are going to get a hell of a chance in the 80th minute that they may or may not take. Yeah. That's just every game for now. Atletico Madrid, whoever, they're all going to be like this. So when I can look and go, all right, there's 8 more of these to do. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can do 8 more.
And then a summer off. I can take that.
Well, just, I guess, before, like, the fear of, like, oh, when's this going to fucking come undone? When is the embarrassment going to happen? But now it's like, look, they're going to be in it to the end, probably. You know, they're like, it's going to go down to maybe the third last saving, which is fine. It was more the word, like, they'll be outward by now, and then these last few games are going to be, like, a futile effort, even though they win the games. Like, City win again. Oh, they might draw. No, they won again. You know, Gundogan somehow came back again and scored. Like, how he didn't play for them anymore. You know, and that was going to be you bottled it again. But whereas this one now, at least it is a title race. It's going to go down to the wire, hopefully. So, yeah,
it's funny too. I don't know if Arsenal feel this, or like, it's hard to tell what the feeling is. But I feel just watching it, I think they'd be happy if you said to them, lads, do you want to just skip the Atletico Madrid games, just give up on the Champions League, and no one will say? I think they would take that. I think the Atletico Madrid games are such a huge distraction. Like, obviously, win the Champions League is amazing, but it's like, yeah, skipping straight to the final would be nice. A 2-legged affair against Atletico Madrid right now is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's 2 historic opportunities. That's the thing. It's like, you know, sometimes you know the opportunities you want to come at the absolute worst time. You know, and you think, oh, if only this had come a year ago or last week. You know, but and sometimes just like you get the opportunities and you think, oh, like this is a nightmare. Even though it's great, and everyone's like, listen, if you said Arsenal at the start of the season, which honestly, it's probably my news fucking least favorite thing in football. People just like remove the bits of context that make it, you know, a real thing and go, if I told you start of the season, you'd be in the FA Cup semi-final. Yeah, and Arsenal fans are complaining, by the way. I'm like, yeah, because of the fucking events of what's happened, because of the fucking details. That's why they're complaining. You can't just say like, look, they're in a Champions League semi-final and they're complaining. I don't get this club. Ungrateful.
Yeah, if I told you, Kyle, 2 years ago that the government is going to knock 10 cents off the price of fuel in April 2026, you'd take that.
I'm like, wow, 10 cents. And there's people out here who are complaining. You know, 10 cents is in their pocket and they're complaining. Yeah. But that's it. It's like, but whatever. I went off my point. I got angry. I kind of flabbergasted myself there. Is that for Arsenal to win the Champions League, which they've never done, never won the European Cup, never won the Champions League, that's a huge opportunity. And like this Atletico Madrid side is really going badly. They're not in a shout with the league. They lost the Copa del Rey to Real Sociedad. Yeah. And did you see Sociedad dedicated the trophy to a Sociedad fan who was killed by like an Atletico Madrid ultra? So it was like, you're officially the bad guy mascots for this final and you lose.
I mean, and like, that is something as well with the Champions League, is that it's nearly in another way, it's like nearly a nice distraction that you're so in the title race for the league. It's so cut up. Yeah. Look, let's just get by Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. We'll back to focus on the league. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, we're in the Champions League final. Let's just focus on that next week now, lads.
Yeah. Yeah, so like they had the easy side of the road, and that is a thing. They did have a better side of the draw. They're playing Atletico Madrid side in really bad form, and who aren't the strongest team left in either. You know, not that they're not dangerous, and they could still beat Arsenal 3-0. You know, I could see that happening, but it's just such a huge opportunity to get to the first final since '06, to win the whole thing because it's a final. And then you also have like, we haven't won the league in 22 years. And like, you won't ever get a chance to go as this again. So it's like, and you know, you got injuries. You probably won't win them both, but you might lose them both. So, you know, it's like what you do. You know, and now look, they could win them both, but I mean, that would be an unbelievable season. And like, that would again throw the whole thing off, where it's like, this was been the most stressful, you know, tiresome season for Arsenal fans, and they end up winning the Champions League and the league. And like, people look back like, oh, remember that magical season? Like, well, hang on, magical season.
yeah.
Hell.
Arteta, what a manager, a genius, one of the best ever. That's not what you were saying a few weeks ago.
You know, no one will remember that season fondly because like they played the worst, awful football. They were just like bantered relentlessly online and in person, in the workplace, in your friends group. And then he went the double. So that feels like that it doesn't track. That's not going to happen. So yeah, more realistically is that they'll lose both, and City will win a domestic double, and that would just be that just seems more likely, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just the way it's the way life always goes. You know what I mean? The things never work out.
Yeah, well, not always, but like I mean, for Liverpool, there a couple of years ago. Maybe more than a couple years ago now. Maybe 10 years ago, is it?
They were losing all the finals.
Well, they won the league one year, and next year they won the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know, like that was like a team that had been built for the previous seasons and had just come to the fruition at the right time. You win the two big ones. It's like, that's job done. Now, this whatever happens next in this Klopp era, it's a success. You know what I mean? This Arteta one has been building for 5 years. I was like, okay, now this is your opportunity. They're both coming the same year, and what are you going to do about it? Like I say, it's not ideal. But I mean, I guess if you want to embrace it and say, you know, pressure's a privilege. You could win both trophies. If I told you that at the start of the year, wouldn't you bite my hand off? Yes, I guess I would. If I didn't know any more context than that, I probably would say yes. I'll take the 10 cents, Mr. Martin. Thank you. What if I told you Leo Varadkar wasn't on a Taoiseach anymore and he was on podcasts? You'd think that's a good thing, wouldn't you? I would. Well, it's not.
Yeah, what if I told you we'd only hear Leo Varadkar's thoughts on a podcast you don't listen to? Surely that would never affect you at all.
That sounds great. He wouldn't have any say on policy? Not at all. Well, I'm assuming that Fine Gael aren't a party anymore. Because by that stage, he'd still be a young man.
No more
questions. Of course,
questions.
he's in the party.
Are you biting my hand off or no?
Yeah, hang on. This isn't the context game. This is the no context game. I'm just giving you scenarios, and you have to judge on how that could possibly go wrong for you, and go from there. Yeah, like I said, City were playing FA Cup, and they almost blew it. They almost bottled it, Will. But I guess the sign of people who don't bottle it is they don't bottle it, and they won. To be fair, credit where it's due. They didn't bottle it. It was an Irishman, Finn Azaz, who fell into the familiar mistake. Scored a little bit too early.
Yeah, have you learned nothing from all of it?
The ball came to him. He let it run across his body. It's just like, oh, this is great. This is going to go right exactly where I wanted to. He should have known. No. Hold on to that ball. We're in the 80s right now. 80th minute, way too early. You got to hold on to that ball for at least 10 more minutes, maybe 15 if you're want to really push it to where you should be. And of course, was it 80th minute or 70th minute? I think he scored. So it was like that, late second half, but not late enough. City came back for two pretty good goals, and they go on to the final where they play Chelsea. Well, we covered Rosenior being sacked, didn't we?
We did, yeah, on the Ultras episode.
Sometimes I feel like we just talk about these things and then we never record them, and then did we talk about that? There was something last week I wanted to talk about. It was Matt Tizier arguing with Grok
about the sky. Yeah, that was good.
Funny, I never mentioned chemtrails. You did, Grok. Check, mate.
Literally arguing with Google, essentially.
Arguing with the robot. And then with the robot's like, well, I just brought it up because I knew you would, because I have access to all your data. And I use logic and reason. It's like, logic and reason sounds like you've been programmed by the fucking deep state, pal.
It is funny when even the robot is like, listen, Matt, mate, will you relax? What are you on about?
I just wish Grok had said, by my estimations, it's 1 a.m. where you are, Matt. Because apparently it did start like early, the wee hours of the morning. Matt, they started these. I think this is why I think about the pod, because there's really more to go on that. I'm just like making fun of an old man who's maybe slowly deteriorating. So maybe that's all there is to it. But
the other thing is as well, like that people were laughing at that. Like, look at this old man arguing with a robot online. Like it's tough to let people know it's like that's like most of the internet. It's not as blatantly a robot a lot of the time, but like the majority of comment sections are bots with people arguing with them. That's the whole internet.
Yeah, no, they don't know that, but it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did see it. I know you're on X anymore, but I did see probably. I was like, this is one I'm going to stay on this forever, because if someone had quote tweeted the one where it's like, you've been programmed by this, deep state. I know they had taken the Simpsons picture, but like edited it, and it said, "Old man yells at the cloud."
That's good.
I was like, yeah, look, this is a free app. I mean, I know they're harvesting all my data, but that's worth the price of admission. But yeah, sorry, another young man who's been cast aside, Rosenier's Chelsea. He's gone. New manager bounce. Probably the first new manager bounce we've actually seen this year. It's been threatened a lot of times at different clubs.
Carrick at United. He was new manager bounce, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, I forgot that was this year.
I know, yeah.
Like he's been there forever.
Ruben Amorim left like 3 months ago. Isn't that mad?
And also, to be fair, it feels like a long time ago because they're playing right now when we do the podcast. Monday to Friday night. So I never
the last time we saw them play, Ruben Amorim was in charge.
Yeah. When they're in the Cup against Grimsby, that's where you can watch those games.
I think we missed that as well. I think we were doing the podcast at that time.
Possibly, yeah. They bounced back, Chelsea, and they beat Leeds, which I'm sure Leeds are probably just like, fuck's sake. Why couldn't we have just played them last week or the week before that, And Chelsea really were doing this in spite of Rosenior, by the looks of it. They were pushing the assistant coach over to the crowd to get his plaudits after the game, which is, like I say, it's reserved for struggling strikers who can't kick snow off a rope. And they go, hey, give this guy his flowers.
He's not as bad as he thinks.
Yeah. Yeah. The last bit I saw was Richardson and Havertz. That's where he was there's not for the assistant coach in his first game. That's not much for.
But also it's like doing it on the assistant coach's first game. Now I know it's a second stint this season.
It is, yes.
Manager. But even still, like for them to put him in front of him and be like, it was all him, it's like, right, he's been there a few days though, lad. So what were you doing before he was here? Like,
yeah, what magical advice did he give you that made you win this game?
Maybe try today, boys.
But I guess all the Chelsea fans also hate Rosenior. So maybe they were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll cap for this guy, whoever he is. At least it's not Rosenior. Anyone but Rosenior, they were saying. So yeah,
I saw one of maybe the saddest Fabrizio Romano posts I've ever seen in my life about Liam Rosenier's Chelsea exit. And by the way, Fabrizio Romano started doing this thing. I think he's fired all his Photoshop guys, and now he just blatantly AIs fake things happening. And it was like he AI'd a picture of Liam Rosenior crying outside of a dressing room. And I was like, well, that's an insane thing to put up about another man. But the caption was like, news from Chelsea camp as players are now saying that they didn't respect Liam Rosenior as a coach, and he didn't have the skills to manage them, and they found he was too forward and there were too many one-to-one meetings. And it's like, oh my God, this poor fella.
It always comes out, all these like stuff that should never come out, I don't know. They're just happy to tell, he's a prick and he wants to be our friend, which I don't like because, I'm not his friend and I don't like him, so I don't want to be his friend. It's like, okay, we get it. He's a fucking guy. You didn't get on with him. And then you had all his fucking ex-teammates coming out being like, he's what's all these big words? He never used to know all these big words before. And then he'd be like, and also I don't know why he's getting so sensitive about this. This is fucking weird.
And by the way, that thing like sounds like he swallowed a dictionary and all that. He actually didn't. He said dumb stuff, but he didn't say like big words he didn't understand or anything. He just spoke kind of smartly.
Yeah, I mean the man age stuff is probably the stuff that's a rough start, and he could never shake that. Because it was that was a bit David Brentish, where you're like that's not what that word means. You're trying to pull a fast one over non-English speakers in France. It's like, all right, come on, like that's not where man age comes from. That's bullshit. That is just corporate bullshit speak, you know. But yeah, Chelsea go through anyways without Rosenier's big words. Will Chelsea do it? Will they beat City in a spite match? Just like fuck it.
I don't know. I think the power of fuck it and spite will get them by that first game against Leeds, even though it is a cup semi-final. You need more than that to beat Man City, especially in a final. Be like, okay, guys, we're going to try. It's like, well, City are going to try really hard all the time. So,
yeah, they do have good players, though. City or Chelsea, I should say. You know, they both do. I mean, but Chelsea aren't like a bunch of no hopers that are somehow managed. Like they're actually working against their manager, and they got to an FA Cup semi-final. Yeah, and then they tried and they beat another Premier League team. All right, it's Leeds, but still, it's like they're no scrubs. These aren't a bunch of scrubs. These are good players who some of them think this is a great chance for me to get my World Cup squad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, again, all these things are possible. But what feels probable is a Man City double, and everyone else goes home and goes, well, another point in the season where that not real club won everything. Doesn't matter then.
Treble, actually, the Carabao as well.
Yeah, a domestic treble by a not real club. Seems pretty real to me, lads. They win everything all the time. Seems like that's really happening, but whatever. It's fine. I'm sure the Premier League will take care of it.
A good example, a lot of people were pointing this out. The Wembley half empty for the Southampton semi-final, because to be fair, London is quite far from Manchester, and I saw one fan interviewed and he's like, this is my 15th time in Wembley in the last few years. He's like, I can't afford it anymore. They're suffering from success. He's like, I'm not going to the semi-finals.
Oh, of course. Like, I mean, they'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, they will be back next year in some competition. Like 100%. You could put money on that now. Like, it's a safe bet. That's just money in the bank. You put that. Will Man City play in Wembley? Yes, of course they will. So yeah, like if you're stuck for money and pretty uncertain times. Again, this is for the archive. Will pretty uncertain times right now on the 27th to 4th, 26. Don't know what's going to happen in the world. So if you had an extra 50 quid in your pocket, you'd be like, I'm glad I have it. No, it's probably more than that to get the fucking train down or to drive down, plus tickets, plus food, plus whatever. I mean, maybe an extra couple of £100. You're like, I'm really glad I have this. This is much better than 50.
I mean, you're not just thinking. It's like, well, we're gonna beat Southampton, so that money might go towards the final, which maybe I will go to.
That's it. Maybe we should play the Pep clip because he kind of got stung there, but.
Not much journalists here, right? The game looks like it's not important, but the good ones are here, right? The good ones. Yeah, maybe we're. Yeah, you're right. But they will come to the final. You will see.
Yeah, he's kind of awoken as we've come into the final. So he does this kind of, I am so depressed. Guys, don't even make fun of me because I'm so sad, And people kind of feel like, oh, God. And then it's like, oh, will we lose Pep? We lose a great character in the game. And then he starts winning and he comes alive and he's back to his old self. And he's like, hey, making jokes. And I thought that was a good comeback by whoever that journalist was. And Pep had to admit, look, we'll be here for the final. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you got me there. Actually, they do never come to these things, but yeah, it's again, it's fine. Like they win everything every year, and you only come back as well. Your fans are never there. It's like right, well, neither yours because your fans aren't even in the competition. You've exactly. Knocked out rounds ago. So I mean, whose fans is where? It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, Spurs, cursed club, or bad medical staff. You choose, Will.
Yeah, maybe it's a very simple game.
Yeah, they have had a horrendous injury record this year, and we've seen it happen. I mean, it's happened to Arsenal for years. None of the players could could stay on the pitch. And we've seen that at Chelsea and Liverpool and different clubs at different times. Like, yeah, look, just one of those years. Everything's going bad. Sometimes they have these think pieces in the Athletic about the training methods and, Conte's murder runs. That was the thing for a bit there. And it's like they try and, correlation or causation. We don't know until now. Now we do know. Because Xavi Simons, who celebrated like he scored 2 goals last day, he was making up for the fact that he will not be playing any more football probably in 2026. He's done his cruciate, and not only has he done his cruciate, he's made it worse by jumping up and down on it on the instruction from the Tottenham medical staff. We'll play a clip here of the away end who were watching this unfold.
I made him jump up and down, jump up and down, so he could fucking collapse again. Absolutely pathetic medical team. Absolutely fucking clueless. Clueless! Why'd you make him jump up and down?
Look, it's obvious it's just lads shouting. And it's funny too because at the start of that clip, they're like, how'd the ref not see that? It's like, I don't even think it was a foul. I think he just landed on it.
No, it's innocuous.
But they are right about they do seem to know more than the medical department. They're like, well, don't make him jump on it.
Yeah. They almost got a you don't know what you're doing chant going. He said it, and he knew that phrase from the chants.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing. He had a melody to what he was saying for a second. It was like, hang on, this isn't no more for a chant. This is serious stuff, lads. We can't be singing at this time of this. But yeah, it's rough for Tottenham. It's rough for Xavi Simons. Like I said, he was celebrating that goal, thinking, yes, that's me secured in the World Cup. We're going to win this game. I'm going to save Tottenham from relegation. And now he might get relegated. He might be injured for when he needs to get out of town. When he needs to leave Dodge, he's going to be, well, you're cruciate, so no one's buying you. You're going to start at least August.
Hey, look, at least no World Cup, so you can start the rehab now. That's good. You might be back in time for the Lincoln game. Yeah,
that's it. He's going to come back in November of the championship. This was a guy who was at Barcelona, PSG. He was the next star, and then it's now Tottenham championship. It's tragic.
Yeah, I do have a bit of a game for you here to demonstrate how badly and how unlucky Spurs have been this season. So would you like a game of higher or lower, Kyle?
I would.
Higher or lower? Spurs have had 3 managers.
Yes.
Higher or lower the number of home wins this season?
What are they on, 34 points, something like that? I mean, yeah, I'm going to say higher.
Something low. Wrong. They've had 2 wins at home this season. So 3 managers, 2 home wins. So 2 home wins, higher or lower? ACL injuries.
Oh, higher. I think all their number 10s have got ACL injuries, I heard from somebody.
Correct. They've had 4 ACL injuries this season. So to recap.
Who's that? Madison, Xavi.
Kudus can play as there.
Kudus and Bentancur, is that who it is? Or Kulusevski?
No, Kulusevski, yeah. Kulusevski also, I don't know if Kulusevski was an ACL injury. I think he was one of those ones where he picked up a knock and he hasn't been seen since. And it was like a year ago.
Oh, I remember that rumor on the internet.
Yeah.
Gender reassignment surgery.
Yeah, they've cut his balls off, mate. That text that was going.
Yeah, that's you need a bit of screen time to get that reference, but for those who do, they get what we're talking about.
So there you go. Just to recap: 4 ACL injuries, 3 managers, 2 home wins for Spurs this season. That is insane.
They're pretty bad stats, and stats don't tell the whole story, but they do give some telling. Pillars of what went on this season. And I think it's now time to assign blame, and we can assign all that blame to the medical staff, who I don't know if that's the same medical staff who started the season. When they clean house, do they bring in new medical staff, or is that just like the team doctor? So maybe it's just like they're not passing on notes to the new guys or something. But all that said, if you think this is consistent with an ACL, what were they testing?
Yeah, exactly. In what injury did they think it was where they said try jumping up and down on it? That's surely bad for literally all of them.
Yeah, I've hurt my knee. Well, how about this? Right now, right here, stress test. See how bad it is. Yeah, you know what? I should have gone my gut. It is an ACL. Like, yeah.
We've added a month onto your rehab.
Like, surely you could have said, yeah, the bit here, that's where it's sore. And if you're a physio, that to me is, I've made to a pretty high level as a physio here. I'm working with a professional sports team. I think that's an ACL. But just one more check to be doubly sure, because you know what? You might be able to go back on and play this game. Yeah, I mean, look, it's easy to judge, and that's why we do it. It's easy and fun to judge. But I think they fucked up here. And even the man in the street, the man in the away section could see that they messed that up. So, yeah, it's a killer for Spurs. They've lost one of their in-form players. And not only that, they won a game for the first time in 26. And West Ham also won a game. And Nottingham Forest also won a game. They did.
Nottingham Forest are steamrolling teams right now. I think they won 4-0 again, maybe even 5-0. What was the score? 5-0 against Sunderland, who are on the beach.
Oh, yeah, they're beaching it hard. They got the fucking sun cream out. They're reading, Chaos or whatever, some kind of easy beach read. Anyway, I said at the time, Nottingham Forest were a good side. Like, they'd be a very good side to go down. And they're kind of showing it now, like, all right. And they're on their third manager, which, not to be a fucking dick about it, but it does kind of prove that Sean Dyche, he offers one thing, and it's not that good.
He can keep you up. Yeah, he can keep you up, and he might keep you up, but it doesn't mean that's as good as you can be. You can absolutely blow by Sean Dyche as a manager if you get the right guy in.
So yeah, it's not looking good for Tottenham. They might go down.
If they can win one game, they can win two more, and maybe that's all you need. So I think they might be okay now, actually.
You think Spurs are going to be okay? So who's going down? West Ham?
Well, I don't know. It feels like they actually like and respect De Zerbi, it goes a long way. It's the first manager they've had this season out of the three where it feels like they actually listen to, and they're like, okay, yeah, whatever, we'll try. So I think that might go a long way. West Ham, like I said, they scored a late winner. I've watched them a good bit. I like them, but I mean, they are also quite crap a lot of the time as well. Again, Callum Wilson scored the late winner. Callum Wilson's not going to do that every week over the next 6 weeks. No,
I mean, like I say, none of them have been playing well, but I think they've all at this point got their act together in some way, shape, or form. Where Nuno has brought in his obvious abilities as a manager, and they're solid enough now to probably win the next few games. I also have Nottingham Forest, who have Chris Wood back, which is huge. I mean, I not to fucking talk myself, but I had a what if week in fantasy football where I thought, oh, Chris Wood is back. Oh, and also maybe Gibbs Weiss. He scored a hat-trick last week. He's not going to score again, though, is he? Didn't get either of them in. Yeah. I mean, look, we could all talk about transfers we didn't make, but I just thought, oh, God, they are a good side. They are good players. I think with the way it's just set now, if they're all, we've all got our act together, it's like, you're bottom of the three that need to get their act together. So if you got it done 2 weeks previous, you might be okay, but I think it might just be set now. I think it. I think it's just going to be, because like Leeds are on 40 points. I mean, I guess, technically Leeds could go down, but that's what you're talking about Tottenham, West Ham, Forest all passing out Leeds, and that would be crazy if that happened. Or Newcastle, I guess. With the luck they've been having, and now leaving Xavi Simons, I just think the window they've missed it. They needed to do this run like 6 weeks ago to get out of this, which we all thought they would. We all thought, but they'll pull it out. It'll be a West Ham or a Leeds. They'll go down, but I think it's going to be Tottenham.
An interesting one too, where it's been such a slow oncoming thing that when it does happen, it doesn't even feel particularly shocking anymore, but it is absolutely shocking for a top 6 team to get relegated. The league is set up to where that can't happen, the FFP and stuff.
If the rich are meant to get richer, not get relegated. You've really beaten the odds here big time by getting relegated in this format where you qualify for European competitions, you get more money, you get more sponsorship, you get better players, you get it's really bad.
If you wanted to in January, you could have bought 100 players and just taken a point deduction next season.
What are they going to do? Give you a transfer ban for a window? You have all the players already.
You've
It's
already
fine.
got the players. Chelsea were doing that for years. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't brave enough with the rules. You know, they were playing too much by the rules. Like the rules are not for you. The rules are for the Evertons of the world. You know, that's not
exactly.
I was thinking about this. If you're Harry Kane, right? He's won the Bundesliga, having scored, I think, literally like 50 goals or something like that. He wins the Champions League, wins the double, and like around the same time, or maybe the week previous, Tottenham have been officially relegated, and he's like, I should have left sooner. He's like, I wasted.
The hell was I thinking?
Yeah, like wow, that really was all me, wasn't it? That like I was that club, and I could have won so much more. I could have been great. You know, I could have been Ballon d'Or Harry Kane, but I fucking wasted my best years at that fucking club.
I saw an amazing stat recently as well. You remember the season where Messi scored like what was the record he got? Was it like
91 goals? I think it was.
91 goals. Was that the calendar year or something? But whatever. So I think it was like 70 something in a season or something like that.
Yeah.
That season, Harry Kane is currently on track. Like when you put the two together at this time of the season, he's like 4 goals ahead of where Messi was at the time.
Wow. Yeah, no, he's been doing unbelievable amount of goals over there, and Bayern's team is unbelievable as well. Like I'm sure they're just destroying those poor Germans and Austrians and the kind of local.
They lifted the cup
lads there.
actually recently. I saw that.
Oh, the Bundesliga trophy. They got it wrapped up already. Yeah. That's good, man. Maybe the good times are coming back. That's very kind of early 2010s. You know, I like that. It could be a great year for Harry Kane. I mean, look, I think if he was to win the league and the Champions League, if he could control that, he would say, "Yeah, I would also like Tottenham to stay up." But I do think he would look at them with a certain degree of disdain, like you fuckers, like
He could very well be on track for a Ballon d'Or like this season, which would then again same season Spurs go down. Just another big reminder is like it could have been this every year.
You could have won a couple anyways. I mean, they don't hand them out, you know. You don't usually win multiple ones unless you're Messi and Ronaldo, but like a couple of years there where he was at his unplayable best at Spurs, like I could be doing this at fucking Barcelona or Bayern or Juventus or somebody, and you know, when Juventus had a really good team there, like, I mean, you know, that could, instead of Morata, it could have been him. You know, like
would have changed the course of Juventus.
changed the course of the football history. Maybe fucking Ronaldo wouldn't be in Saudi Arabia yet, you know, if he hadn't won enough Ballon d'Ors, he might be still plugged away at fucking, you know, Brighton or something. I don't know. Yeah, but look, we're talking nonsense here now. Not like we usually do, you know. And in fact, we talk even better stuff on the Patreon, which is this week, Champions League. We have Arsenal playing Atletico, as we mentioned, in one semi-final, and we have Bayern Munich playing PSG, yeah. Not sure which one I'm going to watch, Will. It's a tough decision again for this. You know, there's two sides of the draw. One maybe more exciting, better quality. The other one, you know, like a chess match. You know, a gripping encounter between two tactical masterminds. You know, because I don't usually watch chess on TV, Will, but when there's a football game that's like chess,
yeah,
that's kind of okay. You say like chess? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, well, both those games are during the week. We'll be talking about both those games on Thursday, and you'll get the episode Friday morning once we get it, you know, sliced up, and we sound really cool and all the rest of it, you know, sound effects, clips. There's a process involved, but yeah, I mean, and you might think, lads, wouldn't you just get AI to do that? It's like, we've tried, I'd say 3 different programs to do the podcast. It's fucking, you know, the time saver with most things is the prep beforehand, and we can never really do that consistently. So the AI doesn't help with prep, unfortunately.
Yeah, the AI is useless. The AI never got the tone of the show. It could never do it. It's tried and tried. It's always wrong.
It's honestly because there's people around me in my life who are freaking out about AI and I'm going to lose my job and it's going to change everything. You don't even realize, Carl. Like, you got to listen to me. You have to, like, you're going to lose your job. I'm like, listen, man. I've seen what it can do with podcasts, and more importantly, I've seen what it can't do with podcasts. And it's really given me this sense of security where I'm like, listen, it doesn't get the tone of the show. Okay, it'll never be me. It can't be me. I've tried to make it be me, and it won't do it. It's off.
I wish it could be funny. It can't. I've tried it all.
If it could have got the tone of the show, we'd have started 10 more podcasts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Will and Gall No Nonsense Movie Podcast, which again we tried, failed. If AI could have done it for us, that'd still be going. We would have No Nonsense Music Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, No Nonsense Fit Check Podcasts. You know, check the clothes of the players. It would be
that's good.
A lot of slab slide, maybe a bit of fucking.
We'd be running an Instagram account for us, yeah.
Yeah, we'd be doing the France team walk-ins. You know those ones, the classic, wherever that is. So yeah, I mean, look, that's all coming. For those still listening, for those who are still tuned in, we'll be back Thursday, safely tucked behind a paywall. You can't get to us.
Honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense.
They say many garbage things.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Melodrama upon melodrama. This is a total, shameful, disgraceful piece of nonsense.
He was miles off it yesterday.
You'll learn a lot more if you listen rather than talk all the time.
Plenty of time, no problem.